Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the hearing of Senator Elizabeth Warren, a Democrat from Massachusetts, questioning Lael Brainerd, governor of the U.S. Federal Reserve. Warren is leading the calls to strengthen capital rules for banks by aligning with the international Basel III framework. In a letter dated Wednesday, Warren, along with Senators Richard Blumenthal, Democrat Connecticut, and Tammy Duckworth, DL, wrote to Federal Reserve Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation Chairman Martin Grunberg and Acting Comptroller of the Currency Michael Hsu to urge them to speedily establish strong capital requirements that protect consumers and taxpayers, and preserve the safety and soundness of our banking system. At a congressional hearing, Barr and Grunberg both testified about the failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, failures which have been pinned on the lobbying efforts of some Republicans during the Trump administration to ease capital requirements established after the 2008 financial crisis. 10 Republican lawmakers on the Senate Banking Committee called Barr's suggestion to increase capital requirements unfounded in a March 3 letter to Fed Chair Jerome Powell. SVB collapsed several days later. However, Warren, Blumenthal and Duckworth are pushing for regulators to fully implement the Basel III framework, a set of international regulatory standards for banks that would increase both the amount and quality of capital held by U.S. banking organizations, as well as rules to standardize minimum liquidity requirements for large and internationally active banking firms under Basel III. The senators also warned against the industry spin that would blame the bank collapses on the oversight of regulatory agencies instead of lax banking regulations. In the letter, they stated that while industry officials are right that bank regulators' failures are a key part of the reason that Signature and SVB failed, but this does not obviate the need for strong capital requirements. Federal regulators recommitted to implementing the Basel III framework in September, and the lawmakers are now pushing them to enforce strong capital requirements against aggressive lobbying from Wall Street, so that another bank failure might be prevented. The senators wrote that it is in order to prevent future bank crises and protect working Americans. I urge your agencies to quickly implement strong capital requirements and resist industry pressure to weaken or delay these requirements. Signing off, we hope that the regulators will follow Senator Warren's advice and implement strong capital requirements to safeguard against further banking woes and protect consumers. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.